Wow, once again, 4 freaking hours of AEW Dynamite. Wow, AEW Dynamite and Collision. 4 freaking hours. Yeah, 4 freaking hours of both AEW Dynamite and Collision last night. I'm the Godfather Soldier Smooth Swimming, and show was just boy. I mean, 4 freaking hours, and it's nothing. You know, just it's nothing. I mean, like, I don't know if this is compared to WWE having WWE having being 2 hours. Netflix and stuff like this. I mean, this is just terrible. I'm Godfather Soldier Swimming and get ready for a rant. And before I start, name my topic. My topic is called pathetic and painful in Portland last night. That's the name my topic. Before I do, I'm gonna open the show with open up the show with something as a tribute. Now, for those of you that know that we lost a legend, Brian Wilson, the Beach Boys, who died yesterday at the age of 82. I'm gonna open the show with this song he did for a movie called Police Academy 4: Citizens of Patrol. Let's Go to Heaven in My Car. We also got some more other celebrities that we lost yesterday. Harris Yulin, Andrea Lewis, and so many celebrities we lost yesterday. So let me open the show as a tribute to Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys. Let's Go to Heaven in My Car from the Police Academy 4 movie soundtrack, Citizens of Patrol. So this song is for him. We'll miss him. We love him. We'll thank him for all the music. And thoughts and prayers go out to his daughter Carney, Wilson Phillips, his granddaughter Lola, and everyone knowing that was really close to him. Dr. Love, everyone let's remember him. So here it is. Yep. And that's for you, Mr. Wilson. I know there's a lot of people, many people that are Mr. Wilson that want to go to heaven. I know that there's a lot of people there's a lot there's many people that want to go to heaven with you in your car. So God rest your soul, Mr. Wilson. Thank you for all the memories. We'll miss you. Love your music. Beach Boys will never be sang without you. Rest in peace, sir. So let's go. Yesterday with last night's terrible show, AEW Summer Blockbuster. 4 hours, man. Stupid. This show. We start with a cold open as Tony Storm enters the building being driven by Luther, and elsewhere Christopher Daniels warns Hangman Page about trying to go up against the Dark Death Riders. With that, we get a summer special summer blockbuster take on Dynamite intro to kick off the show. AEW Summer Blockbuster Part 1 Dynamite. We head to ringside as Will Ospreay heads down to the ramp to a big pop for our opening contest. Out next is Swerve Strickland, who also gets a big pop after Strickland enters the ring. This match gets underway. Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland. After the pair soak in the praise from the crowd, Strickland extends a hand to Ospreay, which Will accepts, shaking it from a show of sportsmanship. This leads to a bit of wrist control as they look to see who can get the upper hand. An exchange of offense leads to a leapfrog from Ospreay, but Swerve catches him by surprise before they both get to their feet. They hit head scissors on each other, taking each man down on the mat, only for both to rise back up quickly. This ends with a stand-up crowd, whose house? Swerve's house, throughout. The pair lock up with Ospreay, sending Swerve into the ropes before the ref intervenes. A nosebleed from Ospreay seems to get aggravated after a palm strike by Strickland, who sends the aerial assassin to the ropes before Ospreay catches him with a sky twister press. But that's not enough for even a 1 count. Swerve gets sent to the corner where Ospreay lays in some strikes before pulling him away for a chop. Swerve looks barely fazed as he stares Will down. Strickland lays in some strikes of his own, leading to a drop kick that sends Ospreay to the mat. Ospreay gets to the ropes and pulls the top one down, forcing Swerve to take Swerve to the outside, but Strickland takes control with a set of kicks before bringing Ospreay back in the ring, setting him down for a hard 2 count before Ospreay kicks out. Ospreay finds himself in the corner as Swerve goes back to work, landing a backbreaker of sorts on an aerial assassin to keep him down for another 2 count. He grabs the arm of Will Ospreay, clutching his face, while Will fights to his feet before Swerve blocks an arm drag to take him back to the canvas. Ospreay gets to his feet once more, fighting out for some chops, but Strickland catches him with an elbow. Ospreay fights back with a forearm to the throat, opening up for a corkscrew kick that forces Strickland to the corner. Elbow strike is followed by a springboard elbow by Ospreay, but Swerve rolls to the outside for a breather, before Ospreay gets to drop on him with a Sasuke special, and the approval of the crowd as we go to a full air break on Max. Full ad break on Max. Back from the break, Ospreay and Swerve are back in the ring with Will taking advantage but not for long as Strickland takes him to the ropes for a kick to the face. He hangs Ospreay up on the ropes, setting up for a neckbreaker, forcing the aerial assassin down hard to the floor. Brings Ospreay back in the ring, sending him to the mat for a near fall before targeting the arm as he spins it back until Ospreay catches him with a side headlock, forcing him on his back for a near fall. Ospreay is back up as Strickland gets to his feet, and he connects with a strike to set up for a Stormbreaker, but Swerve counters. Strickland goes for a brainbuster, but Ospreay counters with Stun Dog Millionaire, but he leaves an open arm that Strickland grabs for an arm breaker. Ospreay finds a way to break out of this by getting to a vertical base, hoisting Swerve up and over to send him to the turnbuckle. Both men get to their feet as Swerve gets to the turnbuckle, but Ospreay catches him for a kick to the face, followed by a Hurricanrana. Swerve blocks a hidden blade, but takes a Spanish fly that gets Ospreay near fall. Will lands on Oscar on Strickland. He gets up on a 2 count on Swerve kicks out. Ospreay leaves the ring as Swerve goes for a side moonsault, but Ospreay manages to dodge, sliding back into the ring before landing a hidden blade on Strickland. Both men are down, going on the outside with Swerve on slowly rising up as we go to a full ad break on Max. Both men are back in the ring now as they try these strikes. Ospreay lands a couple hard kicks that force Strickland to take Strickland to a knee. But Swerve manages to dodge a hidden blade, forcing Will to collide with the ring post instead. He brings Ospreay up to the turnbuckle before sending him down to the mat. Goes for a cross arm breaker once more as Ospreay struggles to break free. But now Swerve has a triangle hold locked in. Elbow strikes from Strickland don't keep Ospreay from getting to his feet, only for Strickland to escape with a Styles Clash attempt to the dead eye, covered by Swerve. It's only good for a 2 count. Strickland goes up for a top on Swerve stomp, but Ospreay rolls away before landing a hidden blade, but Swerve manages to kick out at 2. Two men slowly build a vertical blade, staring each other down for trading strikes as commentary notes that we are slowly approaching the 30-minute time limit. Ospreay and Strickland make it to their feet as they continue the exchange before Swerve takes Ospreay down with an arm ringer and a house call. Strickland goes back up top and hits a Swerve stomp for the cover, but it's only a 2 count once again. Swerve goes after the arm, nearly snapping it with a kick before heading to the corner, only to run into a hidden blade. Ospreay with a Stormbreaker in the cover, but Swerve nearly gets a shoulder up to save the match for himself. Ospreay struggles to his feet as he brings up Swerve to a double underhook, debating what move he should make, but Strickland escapes before a decision can be made, catching Ospreay with a vertebreaker instead. Strickland gets to the corner before house call, leaving Ospreay just under the bottom rope as commentary says we are down to the final minute. Swerve heads toward the corner as Ospreay struggles to move. Strickland gets to the top but stumbles just as he looks for a Swerve stomp as the bell rings, just in time as Justin Roberts, he has the same name as me. Justin Roberts confirms the match is a draw to a chorus of boos from the crowd. Winner time limit draw. This ends in Will Ospreay versus Shawn Michaels ends in a time limit draw. Not quite looking pleased as a result, Strickland grabs the microphone to talk about these two being the best in the place where the best wrestle. The way to prove you're the best is to finish the match. He knows they're both broken down, but he wants sudden death. But instead of sudden death, we get the arrival of the Death Riders. The group make their way down, make the crowd toward the ring where they lock up against Ospreay, laying on the floor before surrounding itself. Just as the Young Bucks rush into the ring to blindside Strickland, EVP Trigger knocks him out, and then they lay out Prince Nana before putting the handcuffs on Swerve to attach him to the corner for a series of super kicks. They pull out the shoes with thumbs tucks and soles to continue the beatdown, but Ospreay slides into the proverbial bullet instead. Bucks leave the ring as Doc checks Ospreay while commentary talks about what went down. They talk about the contract being signing for winner takes all match at All in Texas before heading to backstage to hear from Kazuki Okada. It starts about the match before Don Callis interrupts, asking why Okada in the match, not Kyle Fletcher, roused up Okada, who nearly attacks Callis. As the family steps in, but Okada mocks him before walking off. Later tonight we see CMLL's Mystico in action. We go to commercial break. Backstage there's a commotion, and we quickly find out that this earlier today, as we see Commander being laid out by the Hurt Syndicate. Masquerade Dorada will take his spot in the trios match later tonight. We head back to the ringside where Mystico gets a big pop for our next match against Blake Christian. The bell rings were underway. Mystico versus Blake Christian. Sorry about that. It's a little low volume while some of you can hear it. I turned it up. Sorry. Here you go. Mystico versus Blake Christian. Mystico gets the early advantage until Christian takes the luchador down. Well, this is not Christian Cage. It's a different kind of Christian. Yeah, until Christian takes down the luchador down to the mat. He brings Mystico towards the ropes, and he drives where he drives a boot into his throat until the ref intervenes. This gives Mystico a chance to fight back with a takedown on a Ring of Honor mainstay. Mystico heads to the ropes as Blake tries to take him down again, but this time he takes a hurricanrana and the swords that forces Christian to the outside. Mystico. Hold on a second. Yeah, Mystico head. Hold on. Let me start again. Hold on a second. He brings Mystico to the ropes where he drives a big boot into his throat until the ref intervenes. This gives Mystico a chance to fight back, to take down on the Ring of Honor mainstay. Mystico heads to the ropes as Blake tries to take him down again. But this time he takes a hurricanrana that forces Christian to the outside. Mystico with a big dive through the ropes before bringing Blake back into the ring for a kick, followed by a springboard crossbody against a luchador, a near fall. Mystico gets the crowd going before heading up to the turnbuckle, but Lee Johnson gets involved, allowing Blake to catch the luchador on the outside. He brings Mystico back into the ring and goes for a 450 splash, but the cover only results in a 2 count. Blake returns to the corner but is intercepted by Mystico, who hits a Spanish fly, sending Christian down for the mat for the victory. Winning by pinfall, Mystico. The celebration is cut short by the arrival of the Hurt Syndicate. Crowd chanting, "We hurt people," as MVP speaks up for an official announcement for the Hurt Syndicate. Specifically, we have another message for more on Jackass Friedman for Mystico. Crowd not wanting any of it as they boo louder and louder, while MJF talks about being the best pro wrestler in the world today. MJF offers a match to Misty next week. at Grand Slam, Mexico. But he's not just getting just anyone. He's getting a return of the Patriot as Warren Jackass Freeman dusted off the red, white, and the blue. God bless America, and God bless your American hero, Warren Jackass Freeman. Wow, that is really disrespectful what he did. Patriotic music hits as we get the red, white, and blue streamers and the Warren Jackass Freeman USA flag drops down at ringside. And Warren Jackass Freeman gets in the ring where Mr. Cole laughs at him before accepting the match. He says something in Spanish that Warren Jackass Freeman confers with MVP on the translation, riling on MJF as Warren Jackass Freeman up as he says Mr. Cole is to him is just Slappy Sin Cara. He goes for a punch, but Mr. Cole blocks, only for the Hurt Syndicate to blindside the Luchador before they can do much else. Speedball and his amazing friends come through the crowd to make the save. The Hurt Syndicate clears from the ring as Bailey, Kevin Knight, and Mascara Dorada egg the team to return for their match. The bell rings as chaos ensues for our next match officially gets underway. Trios match: the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and Warren Jackass Freeman versus Speedball Bailey, Mascara Dorada, and Kevin Knight. Okay, and Warren Jackass Freeman and Dorada start things off. In the ring with MJF, Warren Jackass Freeman mocking the Luchador with some strikes. Mascara fights back until Warren Jackass Freeman gets him in the eye, mocking the crowd. Before taking a poke to the eyes by Dorada for revenge. He drops MJF down to the mat before tagging in Knight, who in turn is tagged to Bailey for a double team and a near fall. Dorada gets back and MJF tries to beg him only to force him to the Syndicate corner, where Bobby brings the Luchador crashing to the floor. The big toss as we go to a full ad break on Max. Back from the break, Warren Jackass Freeman has Dorada back in the ring for a nod to MVP, but the Luchador fights back out, managing to get a tag tonight. Kevin takes Warren Jackass Freeman down with a kick and a standing fly splash for a 2 count. Speedball tags himself in as MJF rolls away for the tag to Lashley. In a chance standoff with Knight and Bailey, leading a German suplex by Shelton on Speedball before he gets sent to the big drop by Lashley. Warren Jackass Freeman looks for a tag, but MVP says Lashley should tag him in. As Warren Jackass Freeman catches Speedball. Speedball. Catches Speedball with a pump home driver for a 2 count before Bailey kicks out. MJF mocks the crowd before Bailey catches him by surprise, forcing him to roll away as Lashley comes running in right into a flurry of kicks by Speedball, who launches Knight at Almighty. Jet Speed take control of the situation, forcing Lashley and Benjamin to the outside for dives, while by middle rope, shooting the star press by Dorada into Warren Jackass Freeman. Flurry Speedball, Case by Speedball launches tonight in the Almighty Jet Take control situation, forcing Lashley and Benjamin to the outside for the dives, followed by Millrell shooting star pressed by Dorado into M1 Jackass Friedman. Speedball goes up top to take the king shot back. Speed goes up top to take king shot to back by MVP, with the ref distracted, allowing MVP to hit a hammerlock DDT for the win. Winner by pinfall, the Hurt Syndicate. The trio continue to beat down, going after Knight and Dorada. As well, MJF looks to pull the ladder's mask off. Dorada tries to fight him off, but to no avail, as the Luchador has to hide his face while MJF shows the mask to the crowd booing him. He tosses the mask to the outside, but gets blindsided with a head scissors takedown by Mystico. Yelps Dorada out before talking smack with the Syndicate from the outside. Reminding MJF that he will see him next week in Mexico as we go to a commercial break. Commercial break. We go back into ringside as the music of Hangman and Page plays. We see the Death Riders attacking a bound Page in entrance. Tell him instead, really Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli bring him to the ring as the Machine Free falls with a briefcase, presumably holding the AEW World Championship. Mox enters the ring as well, a microphone in his hand as he apologizes for Page for all this. He wanted to have a real conversation. He knows how distracted Hangman can get. We need you focused, because this is your time. All in for the AEW World Championship for you. This is do or die. The crowd lets Mox know how they feel, as Mox says he's been watching Adam for a long time and he's a complicated man. For a long time, Page has been searching for something. Mox doesn't know what that is, but Page has weeks to find it. To step up and become a man people want him to be. If he's not prepared to step up, he can pack up his shit and get the hell out. Page responds as best as he can with a headbutt on the champ. Leading the Death Riders, taking him down once again. Taking him down once again. Once again, the Ops come running out just for the save, forcing the Death Riders to retreat through the crowd as Page is able to break free of his bindings. He takes the microphone saying he's worked too hard to lose it all in Texas. And if he finds one of the Death Riders tonight, he will take their head. Grabs a chair and makes their way through the crowd. A man on a hunt, as we get a graphic reminding us the contract signing later for Okada, Omega, and All in Texas. And with that, we go to a commercial. Then we go to a commercial break. We head back to ringside as Megan Bang and Penelope Ford make their way down for our next match. This is followed by the arrival of TJ to a nice spot before the bell rings as the match gets underway. TJ, tag team name, wow. TJ, Tay Mello, and Anna Jay versus Megan Bang and Penelope Ford. We start off with Ford and Mello before Bang tags in. Anna starts to get involved, but gets shoved away. Ford tagging in just before Tay gets sent out to the ring by Megasis. Tag made to Ford as the pair double team Jay, laying to springboard elbow to the corner by Penelope, but Anna Jay manages to fight back, dropping Ford to the canvas for a drop kick. Tag made to Tay Mello as they drag off the um, corner elbow strikes to isolate Ford. Bang rushes into to take Mello after a tag was made. She assists Philippi by dropping Jay into the mat as we go mat hard as we go to a full ad break on Max. Back in the ring, Mello has tagged in, taken to Ford to the mat for a near fall. Ford Bang dragging Ford into the corner for a tag. Mello lays in some strikes before Megan sends her to the corner. Tay dodges and to land 3 running strikes on Megasis before escaping the face descent. Catch Bang in a calf slicer. Megan struggles as she crawls toward the rope, instead grabbing Mello's head, pulling her into the mat to force a break of the hold. Tag by Anna as Mello sends Megan to the outside for a senton off the apron. As Jay follows up with a cross diving body before it catches them both with a dive off the ropes. She brings Anna back in the ring, but Jay gets a tag to Tay as Ford demands a tag back into the match. Anna keeps Megan from intervening as Mello hits a gory special into a knee strike on Penelope Ford for the win. The pair celebrate the ring as commentary talks up the contract signing for the All In winner takes all match in All In Texas. A video package looking to a feud between Kazuki Shika Okada and Kenny Omega that raged on in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now we go to commercial break. We come back to ringside for our main event. Our first half of the summer Blockbuster as Tony Schiavone stands in with a table for our contract signing. Tony introduces the 2 champions as Okada makes his entrance, followed by Kenny Omega. Each man enters the ring before things get underway. Kenny Omega versus Kazuki Okada contract signing All In Texas. Tony Schiavone talks about what is at stake for this match as winner takes all, with the winner of this match becoming the first ever AEW Unified Champion. He unveils the title belt before asking each man to sign the contract, which Okada does immediately before Omega grabs the microphone. Kenny says it's been 7 years since they last faced off, asking the Rainmaker to leave it all in the ring. With his final bout between them, he signs the contract before extending the hand, which Okada sets. When the handshake turns quickly to stare down in the words between them. The moment is interrupted by the arrival of Don Callis. Crowd boos loudly as Don powers through to say that this match should involve any of his family members, but Kenny says everyone has heard enough. Omega says he's beaten them both, and they can't get in a line for a shot after this match is done. Omega says he knows all of Don's tricks, and nothing will ruin this match, but Don says Omega didn't see this one coming, as Okada blindsides the best bout machine. Don Callis enters the ring with a baton, offering Okada to keep the attack until the officials and medics rush down, put a stop to it. They put Omega into a stretcher as the first half of the summer Blockbuster comes to a close. Now here's AEW Summer Blockbuster Part 2 Collision. This is really stupid why they're having 4 hours. Jerome tagging in for Alex. Okada called and Callis and continued the assault on Omega. The two head to the back to take off in SUV. Tony Schiavone and Nigel McGuinness have taken over commentary, talking about what just went down, and to hope to have an update on Omega before the night is over. The music of Adam Cole hits as the TNT champion as the AEW TNT champion makes his way out down to the ring. Cole is going to be on commentary for the opening match for the collision portion of the summer blockbuster. First up is the music of Kyle Fletcher as he makes his way out with Lance Archer. An 8-man tag has been announced for tonight. Next up is Anthony Bowens with Billy Gunn and make it both down to the ring. Kyle Fletcher versus Anthony Bowens. The bell rings and we're underway. Cole gets in scissoring at ringside from Gunn. Both Fletcher and Bowens lock up as Fletcher pushes Bowens to get to the corner to get to break as clean. Both men lock up as Bowens pushes Kyle to the corner this time for a clean break. Bowens applies a headlock on Fletcher as he breaks out the hold to sending Bowens to the mat. Bowens makes a pin attempt on Fletcher, who kicks out at 2. Bowens takes down Fletcher and chops him, and as he gets up Bowens sends Fletcher to the corner and then drops him with a fall away slam, covering Kyle for only a 2 count. Bowens picks up Fletcher and slams him down. Bowens is up in the apron as Fletcher kicks Bowens off, sending him to the floor. Back from the break, Kyle hits Bowens with knees to the midsection and neck section. Fletcher tries to pick up Bowens and he counters with a face plant on Fletcher and then follows up with a famouser and covers him for only a 2 count. Fletcher comes back and suplexes Bowens, who rolls out to the outside. Fletcher goes to the corner and picks up Bowens, but he counters and picks up Kyle, dropping him to face first on the apron. As the action goes back into the ring, Bowens clotheslines Fletcher and then covers him for only a 2 count. As Bowens is up on the top rope, Fletcher leaps up, but Bowens counters with a big knee and drops Kyle with a twisting DDT from the second rope. Bowens covers Fletcher, but we only get a 2 count. Fletcher connects on Bowens with an elbow and then a big boot to the jaw. Bowens fires back with a big fist and then is nailed with a thrust kick by Fletcher, who picks up Bowens and plants him on the mat. Fletcher covers Bowens for only a 2 count. Fletcher connects with a big boot on Bowens. As he comes back with a twisting slam on Fletcher and covers him for only a 2 count. Fletcher rolls to the floor. Bowens comes off the top rope, landing Fletcher on as both men go down. Archer kicks Gunn and then sends him to the barricade in the ring. Fletcher connects with a big boot on Bowens, followed by a brainbuster to get the pin. Winner is Kyle Fletcher. We go to a video package hyping up MJF versus Mystico for next week in Mexico. Go to a ring with Carlos Cabero talking about AEW Grand Slam Mexico with an AEW and CMLL making history. He introduced a real living legend in Lantis and Lantis Jr., who head to the ring to a big ovation. FTR and Stokely then interrupt and come to the ring. Stokely says the only 2 living legends are FTR. Stokely tells Carl to leave the ring. Stokely tells Lantis that he should be scared. Stokely talks about how FTR took out Rock and Roll Express and that Nigel McGuinness is nothing but a pill popper, taking with Moulton, and he hopes that he wakes up and it'll be 2002. Stokely says Daniel Garcia is thinking about retirement. Then he asks where is Alan Copeland, who is sitting at home looking at the walls. Stokely then says FTR doesn't have a match yet. They get what they want. Dark Tower then says Big Stoke is a little upset. Dex says he's not upset but excited about the partnership as the fans yell, "Shut the fuck up." X then says CMLL is the oldest promotion in pro wrestling. X tries to introduce Cash Wheeler. X asks Atlantis how FTR would have wrestled in the 30s. How would have been fared. X asks Atlantis at 62 how many depends does he have to go through Atlantis slaps Dax, but numbers are too much. Adam Cole leaves the commentary table to make the save, but Don Callis' family comes to the ring. Bandito comes out by the numbers to continue to be too much. Brody King comes out to make the save, sending all the heels packing, leaving Dax in the ring. Atlantis picks up Dax and starts punching Dax as he heads to the ring. Atlantis continues the assault. As Dax leaps over the barricade, Atlantis goes after him. We go backstage with Lexington there, talking with Big Bill Big Bill and Brian Keith. Bill says they cracked the skulls of the Gates of Agony. Bill then challenges any team as JD Drake and Anthony Harry come in and accept the challenge. He tells JD tells Bill to relax. Music of Mercedes Moné hits as the AEW TBS champion makes her way to the commentary table for our next match. Moné goes to a table at ringside with a bunch of food and drinks. In the venue, the lights go out as Julia Hart is out next with a sky blue. The music of Timeless Tony Storm is next, and she makes her way out with Luther to Tony Chance. Blue attacks Storm from behind, who was paying attention to Moné as she and Hart double team her. Referee Aubrey Edwards sent Blue to the back as Aubrey and Luther and medical staff check on Storm. Moné mocks Storm as the officials try to help her out, but Storm is still down. Luther tries to hype up the fans. Storm is up to her feet as Doc Sampson helps the ring. Storm tells the ref to ring the bell. Non-title match, Mercedes Moné on commentary, times Tony Storm versus Julia Hart. Storm is taken out by Hart, who's stomping on her. Hart goes to the top, and comes down with a huge moonsault on Storm and covers her. But the champ kicks out at 2. Storm battles back with a big kick on Hart, sending her to the floor. Looking onto the camera and tells us AEW will be right back. Then we go to full ad break on Max. Back from the full break, Hart and Storm are back in the ring as Hart has a hold on Storm's left arm. Hart walks up to the top rope, but Storm drops her. Storm picks up Hart and drops her with a German suplex. Storm then hits Hart with a fisherman suplex, covers her for only 2 count. Storm grabs Hart, but reverses it and locks up Storm. As the ref checks on Storm, on the champ, Hart then nails Storm, who comes back and picks up Hart, planting her back first on the mat. Storm covers Hart as she won't stay down. Hart then takes down Storm, but climbs to the top rope and comes off the top rope for a moonsault. But Storm moves out of the way and rolls up Hart with a small package to get the win. Winning by pinfall, AEW Women's World Champion Thomas Tony Storm. After the match, Storm is celebrating on her knees. Moné is in the ring. Moné grabs Storm, sniffs her, and slams her down, attacking her. Min and Shakira comes to make the save. Moné quickly leaves. Moné turns around and hits the ring, attacking Mina. Moné grabs the women's world title and tells Storm to kiss it goodbye, rubbing her in her face. The crowd goes back. We We go backstage with Lexington there talking to Ricochet, who says he is searching for the perfect individuals to help him achieve gold. Blake, Christian, and Lee Johnson come in. Ricochet says he is looking for the right people to navigate through. Ricochet tells Blake and Lee to play Ricochet week after week, and it's embarrassing. Full ad break, full commercial break. Reach for the sky, boy. Mark Briscoe and Tomohiro Ishii come out to the ring. Next up is the music of Willow Nightingale to a big ovation. As we get a mixed trios match next. Chris Stanley is shown watching the backstage. Next up, Johnny Valiant TV and MX Collection and Tao Valkyrie. Mixed trios match Tyron Issue, Mark Briscoe and Will Nightingale versus MXM Collection. Mason Madden, Mensord, and Tao Valkyrie. The bell rings as Mansoor tries to take down Ishii. Grabs his arm and is tagged in. Taya is tagged in. Slaps Ishii as Nightingale comes in and picks up Taya and slams him down. Mark Briscoe is in now Madden. He clotheslines Madden, who comes back and nails Briscoe with a big leg drop. Mansoor is tagged back in as Briscoe hits a hip with a hip attack. Taya and Johnny make TV on the apron. Willow is tagged in and she takes Taya out while men are fighting to the floor. Willow get this drop. Willow comes off the second rope. Taya sending Taya to the floor with a shotgun drop kick. Willow takes down Taya and Johnny on the floor. Madden is in as Ishii and Briscoe chop him, and then send him to the floor with a dual shoulder tackle. Mansoor comes in and takes Briscoe. Ishii is in, Briscoe is in up, but dropped by on a sunset bomb from Mansoor. Willow comes in and nails Mansoor as Ishii and Briscoe send Mansoor and Madden to the floor. Willow picks up the Taya and plants her face first to get 3 count. Wins by pinfall Tomohiro Ishii, Brock Briscoe, and Willow Nightingale. We go backstage from last week with the cameraman asking Chris Statlander about Willow Nightingale. Chris says Willow doesn't want to talk with her. Willow Yu comes in and tells Chris to forget about everyone and who makes her own choice. Chris walks past Marine Shafir, who doesn't look happy about Yu. Up next is the music for the Best Mortals. We have a standby match. Up next is the music of Bandito, and the Ring of Honor World Champion comes out with the Outrunners. We see a standby match, the Beast Muertos versus Ring of Honor World Champion Bandito, non-title. The bell rings as Bandito runs at Muertos, who runs over him. Muertos slaps Bandito and picks him up and tosses him across the ring. The fans chant Muertos. He kicks Bandito and rises him. Bandito and then tries to toss him. Bandito counters. Muertos headbutts Bandito, but is then sent over the top rope as Bandito flies through the ropes, landing on Muertos. Bandito grabs Muertos and sends him back in the ring. Bandito goes to the top, but to Bandito chants. Muertos then nails Bandito into the midsection. Muertos gouges the eyes of Ring of Honor World Champ through the mask. Muertos picks up Bandito using the eye holes of the mask. Muertos slams Bandito down and covers him for only 2 count. Muertos sends Bandito to the floor. Muertos runs up to the ropes and leaps up, landing on Bandito. Full ad break on Max. Back from break, Muertos connects with a running shotgun drop kick on Bandito. He gets his feet up, taking Muertos down. Muertos. Bandito runs to the ropes as Mordos catches him, but the Ring of Honor World Champ spins around and around and drops Mordos on the mat. Bandito picks up Mordos and slams him on the mat. Bandito is up on top and lands on Mordos with a huge frog splash. Bandito covers Mordos, but the Beast won't stay down. Mordos covers chops Bandito, but then drops him with a twisting tornado bomb. Mordos cover Bandito, but kicks out Mordos and picks up Ring of Honor World Champ, dropping dropping his lumbar lower. Mordos covers Bandito and he kicks out at 2. Bandito gets a knee up on Mordos. Bandito's up on the turnbuckle. Mordos is up as both men are on the middle rope. Both men are up top on the rope. Bandito grabs Mordos and comes down hard on the mat. Mordos hitting the mat back first. Bandito covers Mordos to get the win. Okay, let's see. We'll go full commercial break. Back from the break, Renee Paquette tries to get a medical update on Will Ospreay. Hangman Camp Page comes in. The EVPs come in to say that they meant to go for Swerve. The EVPs come in and they say they meant to go for Swerve and they were just trying to help. Page tries to EVPs to stay out of his business and they don't mind, and doesn't need any help. Page says that the next house he burns down will be EVPs with them in it. And Prince Nana then asks Swerve if he heard what just happened. Swerve says that he heard every word of it. Toxic Spider versus Tika versus Queen Amina. The bell rings. We're underway. Tika holds up to the pulls on the apron and Tika and charges at the Queen, who moves out of the way. Tika tries to for spin kicks, but Queen picks her up. As Tika escapes, Amina backs up with a smile on her face. Wants to test her strength. Amina slaps Tika and connects with several centimeters as Tika goes to the floor. Tika is back up on the apron. Tika leaps off the apron. Tika gets back up in the ring, but is met with a big kick by the Queen. Tika then runs and nails Amina in the head. Back from the full break, Tika's up on the top rope. She applies the head scissors on the Queen, using the ropes for leverage. Ref calls for the break, and then hits Thika with the two lariats. Then drops Thika with a snap DT turn into a suplex. Then connects with a big kick. Thika in the corner. Drags Thika into the ring and covers Thika to a close 3 count. Thika goes pick up Amanai, but it's made with a headbutt. Amanai then kicks Thika in the face and drags her in the corner and comes up the top, landing on Thika to double boots in the midsection. Amanai covers Thika, who kicks out at a near 3. Thika recovers and nails the queen, sending her to her knees as Amanai gets up. Thika spears the queen and applies the death trap as Amanai taps out. We're in by submission. Thika submission Toxic Spider Thika. We go backstage with Lexington there and Nick Wayne and Kit Satan. Wayne. That's where Christian Cage and his mom. Kip says we are here to see his best from the New Japan NJPW Super Juniors. The video package is played. Nick then tells Kip the video package was great. Kip then tells Nick he doesn't know where they will be without Christian. Then we go to commercial break. Back from break, we go to the commentary table with a recap of Kenny Omega being attacked by Okada from behind. The update is that Omega has been taken to a hospital in the Portland arena. Kyle's family are out first, followed by Paragon and Dan Garcia. Paragon, Kyle O'Reilly, Roger Strong, and Kenneth Cole, and Dan Garcia versus Don Kyle's family. Here, Yoshi Kanatsuki, Takashita, Josh Alexander, and Lance Archer. We start off with Dan Garcia and Hishishara Sarah. Garcia is rolled up by Hishishara, but kicks out at 2. Garcia tries to take the big luchador, but is dropped by with a spinning elbow, and then a rising knee to strike. Takashi is tagged in Garcia, but quickly is tagged in is Cole, who connects with a big right hand. Takashi is met with a big pump kick by Takashi. O'Reilly is tagged in. He kicks in Takashi and then tags in Strong. He runs to the ropes, but is sent down on the top rope turnbuckle. But Archer is tagged in. O'Reilly is tagged in. Archer sends down Strong, but Kyle kicks Archer, who fires back, clearing the Paragon from the apron. Full ad break on Max. Go back from the break. Josh Alexander and O'Reilly take each other down. Garcia and Takashi are back in the ring. Both men on the ropes as Garcia hits Takashi with a huge lariat. Hits Takashi with a huge lariat. Garcia hits Takashi with a big brace, with Garcia pick up Takashi with a suplex. Then hits him with a twisted cookie with a choke like move. Canner. Um, um, Actually, for two Canner. Garcia applies to the Dragon Tamer. Yeah, Takashi can crawl in and make a tag to Alexander. Strongest tagging and clears the ring to a set for Alexander. Strong connects with a gutbuster on Alexander, and all men are in the ring. The faces apply for their submission holds on Don Callis' family. Archer runs already as he is double teamed and sent to the floor. RPG fights try to interfere but is sent to the floor. Alexander nails Strong with a big forearm and then it's dropped in with a German flute sex to get the win. Winners by pinfall down. Don Callis' family here showed Kazuki Takashita and Josh Alexander and Lance Archer. And that's it. Man, 4 hours this show. This was just terrible. 4 hours of this show was just completely BS. Completely BS. Okay. Now I got that out of the way. Now it's time for something I like to do. All you know what it's time for. It's time for it's time for It's time for Justin's Time on History, all the births and birthdays, pop culture, everything. All you hear that tune is a thing for Back to the Future starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, one of my favorite movies. Can't wait for its 40th anniversary on July 3rd, 2025, because the movie was released July 3rd, 1985. Let's go to yesterday. Let's go to June the 10th. Okay, June the 10th. Was a happy 31st birthday to Deanna Perrazzo. And okay, July 9th, July 10th. So happy birthday, happy 44th birthday to Aisuke Nakamura. Japanese pro wrestling. see what else saying, huh? Let's see. Okay, see, July 10th, 1985, WWF Live, Cal Pace, San Francisco, California. George Wells defeated Jim the Anvil Neidhart by DQ. B. Brian Blair defeated Rene Goulet. Rochelle Hoffman defeated Jerry Monty. Tony Atlas defeated Guy Lambert. Jimmy Superfly Snuka. And Mr. Wonderful Paul Winter defeated Alexis Smirnoff and Cowboy Bob Orton Jr. Bret the Hitman Hart defeated Gamma Singh. U.S. Express Barry Windham Mike Rotunda defeated Nikolai Volkov of Iron Sheik by DQ for the WWE Tag Team titles. See what else here, huh? See what else here. Okay, in Game 3 of 1995 NBA Finals, June 11th, 1995, the Houston Rockets defeated the Orlando Magic 106-103. NBA NBC attendance was 16,000. Wait, this is July the 10th. What am I talking about? July the 10th, then. July the 10th. July the 10th, sorry. July the 10th. June the 10th, sorry. Okay, on WCW Pro, June, okay, Hacksaw Jim Duggan fought Chick Dunn fought in a draw. Dave Sullivan versus George South. I think Dave Sullivan defeated George South in the Great American Bash 95 Control Center at the feud between Savage and Flair. Meng defeated Mark Thorne and Courtesy of Darius the Dirty Dynamite from the where no DQ. It was a no contest. Macho Man Ric Flair and Sergeant Craig Pittman versus Braun Strowman. I don't know who won that match. See. Okay, see. Okay, on WCW Worldwide, Saturday, June 10th, 1995, Main defeated Tommy Tanner. Harlem Heat with Sister Sherry defeated Eddie Jackie and Steve Storm. Sergeant Craig Pitton defeats Sam Horner via submission. Brian Pillman defeated Bunkhouse Buck for Colonel Parker. Sorry. Okay, on WWE Superstars, June 10th, 1995. Sid and Tatanka with Ted DiBiase to defeat John Crystal and Mike Curry. We see all the little injuries showing how deep guys got hurt by Sid. A little highlight just shown. And hold on a second. Hakushi defeated Dan Hawkins by countout. Razor Ramon defeated Bill Penguin over Scott Hall, God Rest His Soul. Kama with Ted DiBiase defeated Buck Quartermain and Smoking Guns. Bart and Billy defeated Dwayne Gill, Iron Mike Sharp. Jerry King Law defeated Aldo Montoya. See, and what else? And on WCW Saturday night, the Renegade defeated Dave Dalton. Diamond Dallas Page defeated Frankie Lancaster. Nasty Boys Brian Knobs and Sags defeated Southern Posse to retain the WCW Tag Team Championship. Alex Wright defeated Ric Flair defeated Alex Wright. And then Randy Savage came out. And then Ric Flair taunted Savage. And then Savage came out and again attacked Flair. Then pulled two of them out. Let's see. Let's see what else. And I'll see. Okay, 2005. A couple movies released in theaters. Okay, a couple movies released in theaters nationwide. The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D. I'm a fan of that movie. The Honeymooners, which is a little flop. The Cedric Entertainer. Mike Epps, Gabriel Union, and Regina Hall, which is based on a TV show. It was a flop. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, starring Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, supporting roles in this movie. Vince Vaughn was in this movie. Very good movie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. See what else. Okay, Destination Impact Wrestling Destination X took place. Kurt Angle defeated Rockstar Spud via submission for a singles match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship match. It was Spud's option to see world title match. Low-Key defeated Manx and Crazy Steve X Division Championship. Tiger Uno defeated DJ Z and Mandrews three-way TNA X Division Championship tournament match. Tyron Terrell with Jay defeated with Awesome Card and in no contest lingerie pillow fight for TNA Knockouts Championship. Riddle defeated Cruz and Kenny King three-way X Division Championship match tournament match. Ram defeated Crimson in no holds barred match, and Kurt Angle defeated Austin Aries via submission for TNA World Heavyweight Championship. This was Austin Aries' Feast or Fire World Title match, somehow reminiscent of the Money in the Bank contract ladder contract match. Then on NXT, this was the Wednesday Night Wars, by the way. This was the Friday. This is like the Wednesday Night Wars here. On NXT, June 10th, 2015, Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley defeated Elias Sampson and Mike Rallis. Emma defeated Blue Pants. Tyler Breeze defeated Bull Dempsey. Becky Lynch defeated Jessie McKay, the Man Whore. Baron Corbin defeated Angela Dawkins. And Samoa Joe defeated Scott Dawson. Okay, let's see the July the 11th now. June the 11th, sorry. Let's see. Okay, on this day in 2000, yesterday was the 10th anniversary of the passing of one of the greatest athletes of wrestling history, American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Yesterday was a happy Yesterday was a happy 56th birthday to Magnum TA. Yesterday was a happy 52nd birthday to Mike Enos of the randomizer named Blake Beverly of the Beverly Brothers from WWE. Yeah, Johnny Candido, brother of late Chris Candido, he turned 33. And Kiro Shida, one of my favorite athletes, she turns 37 yesterday. Let's see what else here. Okay, in Game 3 of the 1995 NBA Finals, Houston Rockets defeated the Atlanta Magic 106-103. Okay, in Game 4 of the 2015 NBA Finals, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Golden State Warriors beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 103-82. Let's see. On WWE, see what else? On WCW, and on WWE Wrestling, WWF Wrestling Challenge. Yeah, on WWE Wrestling Challenge, Jeff Jarrett with the Road defeated Kenny Kendall, who obtained the Intercontinental title. Bam Bam Miller defeated Reginald Walker. Skip with Sonny defeated Doug Smith. Red Radford defeated Jerry Flynn. And Man Mountain Rat defeated Brooklyn Brawler. And on WWF Action Zone, up to the King of the Ring. Adam Bomb, John Pierre Lafitte fought in the double countout. And let's see, what else? Trying to see what else. Yeah, on WWE Velocity, WWE Tag Team Title match, Eminem, Joey Mercury, and John Nash defeated, with Millennium defeated Scotty 2 Hotty and Shannon Moore. Danny Bastion with Doug Bastion defeated Nunzio. Singles match, Charlotte Girl defeated Funaki. And Atlanta Jordan defeated Hardcore Holly in the U.S. title match. And on SmackDown, this day, 2015, yesterday, for Money in the Bank. (2015). King Barry defeated Jack Swagger. Seth Rollins defeated Dolph Ziggler. Paige defeated Alicia Fox by submission. Neville, Randy Orton, and Roman Reigns defeated Kane, Kofi Kingston, and Sheamus, with Big E and Xavier Woods by DQ. It's Seth asshole Rollins. Dean Ambrose plays a joke on Seth Rollins. We see. Oh, you saw that one. I'll right back. Trying to see what else. Yeah, I think I got it covered, and that'll do for my review. For all of you, my review on all the wrestling history and birthdays and everything. The Godfather Soldier and Slimming. I'm gonna close out with something for all of you. As late Chad Hinch always said, like to dress up like Chubby Checker and dance online. Richard Jens like the James Brown. I didn't get in that hot tub. Gonna make me sweat. Gonna make me dry. Gonna make me wet. Referring to Eddie Murphy doing an impression of James Brown on Saturday Night Live. Never grew up in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s. Never grew up in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s. So I saw reruns of old school Saturday Night Live when I was little. So hope all of you good night. Now, for those of you know that yesterday was the passing of the late, great, legendary American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and close out something from all of you. I'm gonna close out with two things. This incredible steel cage match for the NWA title. It was his match. It was him and it was his match against Dusty Rhodes. His match against Tully Blanchard in a steel cage match for the NWA title, I believe. The Great American Bash. For the NWA World TV title, and Baby Doll was a guest beside her. And I'm also going to close out with this great match from WrestleMania 6. I believe WrestleMania 6 was with his match against Dusty Rhodes. His match against Dusty Rhodes, and it was a mixed tag team match. Dusty Rhodes and Sapphire with Miss Elizabeth. It was his match against it was a mixed tag team match with late Queen Sapphire, American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and Sapphire with Miss Elizabeth against the late Macho Man Randy Savage, and Queen Sherry. But Randy Savage was not called Macho Man, was known as the Macho King. And rest in peace to American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Queen Sapphire, Miss Elizabeth, Macho Man Randy Savage, and Sensation. Rest in peace for all of them. So this is for American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, in honor of his passing, as a tribute. His passing we lost on 10 years ago. Because yesterday was the 10th anniversary of his passing. June 11th, 1990. June 11th, 2015. So I hope all of you good night. And here's something to close out with two matches in honor of Dusty Rhodes' 10th passing of Dusty Rhodes' anniversary, June 10th, 2015. From the Great American Bash to 1985, is a steel cage match for the NWA title with Tully Blanchard. And for WrestleMania 6, mixed tag team match with Queen Sapphire, Miss Elizabeth in their corner, and against the Macho King Randy Savage, Macho Man Randy Savage, and Sensational Sherry. So a lot of you good night. And here it is, two matches in honor of the 10th anniversary of the passing of American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And God rest his soul, we all miss him.
Fans, this is a lights out match not sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance. This match for the World TV title. The ring surrounded by 10-foot steel cage. One fall to a finish. Again, not sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance. And one major condition of the match. Should the challenger, should Dusty Rhodes win the match, Baby Doll will be his for 30 days. And now introducing the challenger, weighing 280 pounds, from Austin, Texas, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And the World TV Champion from San Antonio, Texas, weighing 235, Tully Blanchard. And outside the ring, the perfect 10, Baby Doll. This match for the TV title and Baby Doll.